This is the tier list we've all been waiting for, guys. Welcome to the Buster Brad Pokemon Legends ZA playthrough episode tier list. I know you guys have been asking for it. I know you guys have been.
Yeah, today we're gonna be ranking all of the episodes we've done in this plentiful playthrough, this bountiful playthrough even.
We've had so many moments with you guys. We shared lovely moments, we shared detestable moments, but all in all, we are having a great time so far.
Yeah, so episode number 1, where it all began.
The predecessor to our grueling journey. Grueling, but rewarding journey, let's just say, yeah. The genesis to our creation.
This one is one of my favorites. This is an S or an
A? No, it's an S. It's definitely an S. You want to know why?
100% S.
There's a lot of deception and twists and turns throughout the video. Because you start the video off by clicking it, thinking it's a normal playthrough of your favorite content creator, Buster Brad. But after the 2-3 minute mark starts rolling around, you're like, I wonder how much longer this episode there is. They're really talking for a while. And then that's when it finally hits.
Yeah, you might even skip ahead a little bit, like, okay, when are these people gonna stop talking? And then you realize that's the whole episode. And I think that's just genius artistry right there.
You can see the statistics of history being made. Everybody's watching the video normally. It's been too long on the language select screen, so then they click the video at the end to see that it's still on the language select screen. That's when the moment of realization sets in. 18% of you guys clicked to the end to see if it was still the same frame.
And I can just see the smiles on the faces of each one that clicked there, like realizing, wow, they really did it.
We got you guys.
Like this is so masterfully done. 100% an S.
1000% an S. I don't know, we're in S tier, probably higher up in it, that's for sure. Right. Episode 2. This is kind of a rehash of episode 1, but we did a little more than just trying to figure out what language we're selecting. We actually had to make our character that could experience this grueling journey throughout Lumayo City.
Yeah, I personally felt as though Buster, Brad, and Zeech may not have delivered their full potential in this episode.
It definitely dragged it on, as the kids say.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, it was funny, but it kind of extended the bit of the first episode.
I still think there's art to it. My reason for thinking that is because you're watching the first episode as a normal viewer, and you'd be like, okay, surely they selected language next episode and they move on with the game. But you realize the next episode is just continuing to select stuff. Yeah, they think there's gonna be actual gameplay, yeah. But then, yet again, they're deceived again. It's like, fool me once, something. Fool me twice, something. I forgot both the sayings.
That is what they say. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it goes. Yeah, so it like continues the bit of the first episode that was so close to our hearts already. If it just went straight into gameplay, it wouldn't be that good because it's like...
Because that's what everybody expects. You need to expect the unexpected.
Already doing that for episode 1 was already like, okay, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this is a crazy idea. So it's like, obviously they're gonna just go into the playthrough now, and then they don't. So,
exactly.
Like, that's honestly pretty genius.
Yeah, good on them.
A or B, I would say. It might go down to B, but we can keep it at A for now.
I'd like to keep it at A for its deceptiveness.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'm okay with that.
Another quick-witted moment from Buster, Brad, and Zeech.
All right.
Number 3.
Episode 3.
This one.
This is where I don't even want to talk about this one. The fandom is already saying like how much Buster Brad fell off as soon as this episode was uploaded.
Like, I'm seeing Twitter threads, Reddit threads, Tumblr threads, you name it. It's everywhere. They're just riffing on this episode. It's not that good according to them.
If you ask me, I think
there's a reason why they're discussing it.
I think that was sort of the catalyst for a future episode where Buster Brad expresses his discontentment with making content, where he actually states that he wants to stop doing content, which we'll get into that episode later.
Yeah.
But I think that the response from this episode was largely a cause for that.
It was just a grueling time from what I heard from him. I actually did an interview with him on a podcast recently, and he was just, oh my god, he would not stop.
You talked to Buster Brad?
Yes, I forgot to mention, I do have connections to talk to Buster Brad, but he was saying that after experiencing those waves of hate in his comment section, he was just complaining to me. He's like, why is the internet so mean to me of all people? I know he has a huge ego, but some people are people too, you know? Treat people like people.
I think Buster Brad is very honest as a creator. He puts himself up to the world.
He puts his public perception on the line almost every episode.
But yeah, this episode particularly, not a whole lot going for it. It goes on longer than any other episode. It's I believe it's a 17-minute timer, if I remember correctly.
Something like that. Producers, can we get a confirmation on that? 1707 they said. They just said it in my earbud. Yeah, they said it, yeah.
Okay.
You were actually almost on point there. That was good.
Thank you. Well, I mean, I'm a big fan of the series, but not so much of this episode. Like, this episode, yeah, it was pivotal because they chose the Pokemon Tepig, to be precise, which is...
We all love Tepig.
He's a part of the team now for the rest of the playthrough.
It's
this
a big
episode
responsibility.
Specifically, Buster Brad didn't really have a whole lot to say. Zeech, he didn't really add too much either. I really don't see this episode going anywhere, so... Therefore, I would even argue it would be in D tier.
Yeah, I think so. It's just there wasn't a lot going for it. There's a lot of just normal gameplay you'd expect from any other YouTuber.
Yeah, nothing that stands out. And what reason would you have to watch such a small content creator then?
You need to constantly be pushing the line on what's allowed on YouTube, on what YouTubers are going to use as the next meta, as they say.
Alright, let's get into the next episode. You state your thoughts first.
Episode 4 did actually had a lot more going for it rather than episode 3. Episode 4, they got into the little nitty-gritty of the game itself.
I think Buster Brad and Zeech have really good commentary in this episode overall.
True.
There was a couple really good jokes in there. Like, I like their comment about Andy the backpacker. That one
how that was his whole personality. And having egg on your face, how they mock that. Because some of the dialogue really doesn't make sense. So I'm glad they're finally bringing light to that.
They really critiqued the game in this episode, which I think is very important.
It's necessary. It's a necessary
evil. Dialogue. It's a necessary discussion. And yeah, I think this episode had quite a lot to offer. It's nothing that stands out a bunch. There's no bits that like are extremely memorable, but honestly solid in terms of a playthrough.
I kind of had to rehash my thoughts on this a few times because this one is kind of a tough one to rank, but I would put it B tier, honestly. It's not terrible, it's not the best, but it's right in the middle.
I think it's solid for what they could have done. It just the ending felt a little forced in my opinion. Like, I felt like there wasn't really a bit there. It just kind of ended to end.
Yeah, it did kind of just abruptly end, you're right, yeah.
But like, other than that, like I said, solid episode.
Yeah, pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that product.
You know, I don't like having 2 above 4. I think 4 was a better episode. Like, I enjoy watching 4 more than I
Wait, that is very true. What were we thinking?
Yeah.
Oh my god. We were gonna publish this to the public to see? Jesus.
Glad we caught that.
Good eyes each. I mean, other ranker. Alright, kicking it off with episode 5. Episode 5 was better than episode 2. That's for sure. Better than episode
100%.
Yeah. And you know what? We're putting 2 in C tier.
You think so? You had all those points about it furthering the bit.
Wait, I forgot I said those points. No, I'm putting it back in B tier. I forgot I said that.
Okay, this one is a classic, honestly, because it has...
It's an instant hit.
Of it being less than 3 minutes long, which is a very funny bit.
Our shortest episode yet.
Yeah, this whole episode is one battle, which is a hilarious bit if you ask me personally.
Yeah, I understand
the
it is
itself.
I understand it.
The battle itself. The battle itself does kind of drag on a little bit because it is just a battle. There's not a whole lot of commentary to do there, so it's not the most engaging watch, but there are a couple of good jokes in there. I really like Zeech's joke where she states that things deserve to live based on their appearance, how cute they are. I thought that was a really funny joke.
It was a good joke. It says a lot about us as humans and a society as a whole, so there was some meaning behind it. There was some political commentary.
That's true. I do enjoy the political commentary from these two. But yeah, I also, of course, have to mention the ending.
The ending
is you go ahead.
Boy. Yeah, the ending has a lot to say about Buster Brad's feeling on content creation thus far. It really dives deep into his community's perception of him and his own perception of himself and how he values himself based off of the videos and the eyes that are on him.
Yeah, of course. Well, this was such a pivotal moment in this playthrough, like because the
Yeah.
playthrough almost ended here. Can you imagine that? Like we would have never had the following episodes that we all love.
I think it was just like an accumulation of the very extremely intense battle that occurred, him breaking down. I think it was just a mix of
That's true. There
everything.
was a lot of stress in his mind, and then
Yeah.
with, of course, the piling of the hate comments, as he mentioned.
It was all just
Yeah.
weighing him down a lot. It's very visible to the audience.
And I don't blame him, I gotta say. Like, it can't be easy to do content creation. Like,
No, I
that
totally
seems-
understand where he's
that's
coming from.
something I could barely do. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah, not anybody can do that. People say that anybody can be a YouTuber. That's not true at all. It's extremely difficult. Almost
Yeah,
nobody can
and-
do it.
And I think the vulnerability of Buster Brad is really important in this time, because I think a lot of the youth are desiring to grow up to be a content creator, and I think it might kind of be idolized a little bit too much. And it is important to know that there is a lot of struggle that comes with that career choice. So I think this is a good message for the youth from Buster Brad.
Exactly. He's changing the perspectives of the next generation. That maybe they shouldn't be a content creator. It doesn't provide much value for society, and it's also extremely stressing on the mind and body. My respect definitely boosted after this video for him. The emotional value of Zeech being a good friend and providing comfort for Buster Brad was truly a heart-touching moment.
That is a good point. Like, she immediately comforts him. Like, it really shows Zeech's empathy to like understand how difficult it is for Buster Brad.
A tier.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I think it's bottom A.
It proved itself to us. Above
One to be
episode 4?
remembered. Better than 4.
Yeah, better than 4. 4 is just not hitting the same levels of emotional value as 5 does. That's the only reason. Number 6. This is where hilarity truly ensues. This
I
is
gotta
just seeing the human mind and body ascend beyond comprehension. It's just seeing Buster Brad turning from a very globally known agnostic type of person, turning straight from spiritualism to Christianity itself after such a long period of a grueling trip of self-exploration. It really shows how strong the power of self-determination brings out the beauty in a human being.
That is very true. And just, we gotta remember where this episode began. It was from the last episode where Buster Brad was at the lowest point of his life maybe ever, where he was about to quit content creation entirely. And then this episode,
He found the
immediately-
light.
Yeah, immediately kicking it off with the synchronized intro between Buster Brad and Zeech.
The synergy
was
between them,
an
I just want to
iconic
say,
moment.
the synergy between them is unmatched.
It really is. Like, it's...
It makes me wish I had a friend like that.
Exactly. And it was such a funny intro.
Just one of the greatest story arcs in fiction, really.
I think so too. And I haven't seen many people discuss this, or at least not as many as there should be. I've never seen any like plot that expresses this sort of character arc. Like, I was so happy to see Buster Brad smiling again in a happy tone, and with some banger jokes. Like, this episode was hilarious.
Oh, the hilarity definitely ensued in this one, I will say.
Yeah, and such a funny bit to have the entire episode just be one dialogue box. Like, that is super creative. There's
I
nothing
could
else
not.
like
I
that.
was belly laughing at that. It was so unexpected. The whole episode was skipped one dialogue box
You wouldn't expect that from a gameplay playthrough.
from a
But
let's
again,
play of all
that's-
things.
A let's play. But that shows how revolutionizing Buster Brad is, because this content isn't your ordinary let's play. It's more for the personalities. It's more for the journey of the people involved in it. Like, we see Buster Brad change as a person, grow as a person, and his friendship with Zeech, and it's really just impactful, and it's just like, it really makes me happy to see. I love this episode. This is an S tier episode.
Definitely easiest S tier, possibly above number 1.
I would say it is. The whole episode is just the one dialogue box, and in the dialogue box it mentions the word royal, and from that this catalyzes a freestyle from Buster Brad into the hit song Royal, into his own words with a Christianity twist to it. It was seamless too. Like every single word, it was perfect.
It's like he's been practicing it before. That's how smooth it was. And finally, the moment we've all been waiting for. Episode 7. The most recent one.
The latest episode in the series. Before we get into this, I just gotta say, I cannot wait for the rest of this series. Like, Buster Brad and Zeech are really just...
They're pumping out content like it's nobody's business. I can't wait to see where the
Daily
series go,
uploads?
personally. How do they keep that up? How do they film a video every single day? Do they not have jobs or families to take care of? I'm really impressed.
Me too, especially with the quality of each episode. Like, it's not just like your average Let's Play episode every day as a daily upload just to get it out there. No, it's art every single day.
They put
For
so much
all
thought
these
into
viewers
these.
around the world to just watch.
I street interviewed a couple of Buster Bad viewers. You know those TikToks of them being like, hey, what are you listening to? And then take out the earbud and then talk about their favorite song.
Yeah.
I did that too, and many of them were Buster Bad viewers. They said, oh, I'm actually listening to the newest Buster Bad episode of the Pokemon Legends ZA playthrough. I'm like, wow, what do you love about Buster Bad and Zeech? And they're like, they're just so inspiring. I just wish to be as mature and emotionally ascendant as they are one day.
Oh, that is beautiful. I really love to hear that.
Alright, so first off, I just want to say there's a lot to this episode. The political commentary at the end of the episode of them explaining how AI is kind of replacing the critical thinking of children these days says a lot.
Good point. A good watch.
There's a lot of necessary exposition of the game's story, which is good, which is much needed because the viewer needs to know what's going on as well.
It's needed for any Let's Play, of course.
Exactly.
And I think that Buster Brad and Zeech's commentary is excellent throughout this whole episode. And I want to highlight, I think Zeech really shined in this episode. I think there were a lot of conspiracies thrown out about Nintendo and about the game in general. Like, there was the call out that Nintendo are possibly trying to lead their fan base off more to kids to make the dialogue really blatantly simple. And there was also the one about the dialogue being AI generated. And I think
that was more of a thing that Buster Brad said, though.
No, I'm pretty sure that was what Zeech had said, and then Buster Brad took the credit for it.
Well, I saw Buster Brad post it first on his Twitter. So, listeners, if you're watching this, comment on the podcast if you're Team Buster Brad or Team Zeech for this debate.
And leave a like. Anyway, yeah, so I think this episode, overall, very, very funny commentary. I think there was that one cutscene that was very funny, where Buster Brad made the comment, "Run for the hills!"
Yeah,
And
classic cartoon shenanigans. It fits anywhere, really.
We love cartoon tropes, or just movie tropes in general as humor. Those are always a good time.
Yeah, they work in any situation, and Buster Brad really executed that joke perfectly there.
Perfect timing. It was really like, it was almost like it was scripted. Like it was.
It was almost like he dubbed over the actual cutscene itself.
You would think so, because there's
Yeah.
no voice acting.
That would be the only voice acting in the whole game, was Buster Brad saying that.
Exactly. Yeah. So overall, great watch for this episode. Not an S tier for sure.
No, definitely not. I'd put it
A or B.
top of B tier. I think top of B tier fits, and we'll put episode 2 in C tier, just to kind of balance it out.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, we got a P for me here. Let's see how... Let's come back to this in a few weeks, and then we'll rank all the other episodes, because there's going to be a lot coming. I could feel it. I could feel that there's a lot of tension with the episodes coming up.
If they keep delivering with their daily uploads, then we are in for a good time. Because,
We are in for a treat, I tell you.
Well, every day is a treat, and that is a privilege that we have to honor, because like every single day we get top tier quality content.
We get to be graced
And
with this
that's-
every day. We need to be more thankful for this.
You really have to, because one day the playthrough is going to be over, and then you're going to wish that you were there for the daily uploads. So,
Yeah, you'll get sick of it now, but then when it's gone, you'll realize how much you needed it.
Exactly. So leave a comment of which episode is your favorite and which moment is your favorite, and yeah, subscribe.
Yeah. Talk to you guys later. Chicken pies.
Peace.